welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have my April TBR. I'm sorry this is coming to you late. Things just have been happening and I just haven't been in the mood to film. And I realized when I went to go film my video yesterday that I didn't take pictures of all my books as I read them this month. So I went to go take them out just now to take my pictures and I realized I'm just going to show you them instead. So I actually took them out of my shelves. The first 7, though, I did take pictures of, so I'm going to show you the pictures of those. This month, I read 17 books. I, kind of forced, well, I didn't really force the 17th one in, but in January, I read 20 books. In February, I read 19, and March, I read 18, so it was only fitting that in April, I read 17. I had a really good reading month in the sense that almost all of the books except, I want to say 2 or 3 got, so all of them except the 2 or 3 got 4 or 5 stars, and then those 2 got 3 and 2 stars. I'm going to try to remember which ones they were because I'm starting to forget. But, so the first book I read this month was Born of Illusion by Terry Brown. I gave this 4 stars. This is the first book in a trilogy. Born of Deception comes out really soon, and I really can't wait to get to that. I really enjoyed that book. Then I read Easy by Tamara Weber. I believe I gave this one 4 stars as well. I really liked it. This is my first young adult novel, and I liked it, but it wasn't like something that I was really in love with. Something just felt like it was missing. Yeah, so there we go. Rage, a love story. This was either, yeah, I think this is my 2-star read. Didn't exactly love it. I didn't like it either, really. It just really kind of irritated me more than anything. Then I know this cover looks like nothing, but this was Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. Really enjoyed this one. Can't wait to get to more Agatha Christie. I believe I gave this one 4 stars. And then I read The Woman Who Wasn't There by Robin Gabby Fisher and Angelo J. Guillermo Jr. I gave this one 3 stars. I was really, really disappointed with this book. I didn't really enjoy it like I thought I would. I didn't care for the characters. I mean, this is nonfiction, but I still didn't care for the people either, so not that, it's not that I don't care for them, because obviously this is about 9/11, but, I couldn't, I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it. Then I read Hollowed by Cynthia Hand, 5 stars. Love this book, this series. This is the second book in the Unearthly trilogy. Really like it. Can't wait to get to the 3rd one. And the last of the pictures was Wicked by Sarah Shepard. This is the 5th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. Another 5-star read, and cannot wait to continue. Sorry. Then moving on to the books that I don't have pictures of. The first one was Plague by Michael Grant. I want to say I gave this one 4 stars. This one just kind of grossed me out a lot. This was the 4th book in the Gone series. Not much to say. I'm just, I feel like I'm blanking on a lot of things that I want to say. I liked it, wasn't in love with it. Again, there's always something missing, I feel like, with his books. I've only given one, I believe, 5 stars. So, I don't know. I'm obviously continuing on with the series because I'm this far in. Then, this is my other book that I gave, I either want to say 3 or 2 stars to, and that was Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister by Gregory Maguire. This is like a retelling of Cinderella, and I just really did not like it. It takes place in, not Norway, Holland, and it's just, tulips and paintings and weird things that don't make sense. Didn't exactly care for this. Then I read The Hero's Guide to Storming Your Castle, The Castle by Christopher Healy. This is a middle grade novel, and this is the second book to The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom, or The Kingdom. It's probably The Kingdom just because this one's the, and I really, really enjoyed this book. 5 stars. Cannot wait for the 3rd book to come out. The next book I read was another one that I gave either 2 or even 1 star to, and that was The Secret Life of Bree Tanner. Did I call it Secret Life again? The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner by Stephanie Meyer. Really didn't enjoy this. It's a novella, I guess. I just kind of read it because it was 50 cents, and of the fact that I've read all the other books. I just felt like this didn't add to the story at all. I mean, I don't really like Twilight to begin with either. But, and the fact that there was no chapters really bugged me. So this could not get a high rating for me. And then I read The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I gave this one 4 stars. If you're looking for an actiony detective series, this is not going to be for you. They kind of do a lot of things through talking, but I still really enjoyed it. Kind of predictable, but kind of not at the same time because it leads you to think otherwise. And yes, I really enjoyed this book and will continue her series if she decides to keep releasing these. Then I read Reality Chick by Lauren Barnholt. I gave this one 5 stars. I really loved it. It's chick-litty, like goodness. It takes place in a college setting, which I thought was really interesting. / it was like basically like MTV Real World, which I loved as when I was growing up. So I loved this book, and I look forward to possibly reading more things by her in the future. Then I read Partials by Dan Wells. This is the first book, and I believe it's just called the Partial series. And I gave this one 4 stars. Again, really good dystopian read, and something, like I said, was just missing from it to give it the 5 stars, but I did like the action when it happened. I think the reason why I gave it 4 stars too is just the sci-fi aspect of it, because it does have a lot of sci-fi. It's really not actually dystopian, it's more apocalyptic. But the sci-fi just kind of way over my head completely. So wasn't the hugest fan of this either. And then I read Nefertiti by Michelle Moran. I gave this one 4 stars, historical fiction. I really like Michelle Moran's writing, and I look forward to reading more of her in the future. This takes place in Egypt, and it follows Nefertiti's sister, and I enjoyed this book. The next book I read, I gave 5 stars, and that is Confessions of a Wild Child by Jackie Collins. This is kind of like a prequel to her Lucky Santangelo series, and I liked it. It's got more of a YA spin to it because the main character is 15. Wasn't my favorite Jackie Collins novel, but I still really enjoyed it and gave it 5 stars. And then the last book I read in the month of April, I was kind of funny. Well, I wasn't kind of funny. It was kind of crazy. I had 3 days left in the month of April, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick this book. It's like a decent size. I didn't realize that it was 516 pages, so I kind of like lumped it where it was like you could read this many pages this day, this many pages this day, and this many pages this day. And that was The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. I can't remember. I believe I did end up giving this one 4 stars. I was kind of a toss-up between 3 and 4 stars. This is the first book in the Kane Chronicles, and I think so far I like the Percy Jackson series a lot better. I think it's just because I understand more about Greek mythology versus Egyptian mythology, and I really enjoyed this. I didn't include it in a weekly wrap-up yet, so you'll see this again soon, where I'll probably talk more about my thoughts about it. But I enjoyed it, and I will probably eventually continue with the series. But right now, I'm still liking my Percy better. And that is all I read this month. I hope you guys read some really great books this month. Let me know if you had any favorites this month, or if you have any ideas about these. I think if I had to pick my top 2 books this month, it would be Reality Chick by Lisa Barnholt and The Hero's Guide to Storming Your Castle by Christopher Healy. Those are my top 2. So I hope you guys found something that you would like to read, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.